Well, I can't wait till Tuesday and we see the final results of the primaries because this has been a fascinating primary season. Let's go to the next race, which is in the 6th congressional district race, district being vacated by Congressman Trone. There is once again a very competitive primary challenge in both parties. And while the Democratic primary has seen the greatest media interest, the Republican primary has featured several impressive candidates. And Stacey, you alluded to that just a minute ago, talking about who's going to win the CD6 Republican primary.
So listen, and you just said the word, there are a lot of impressive candidates in this race. And I think that it is going to be very competitive, surprisingly competitive, especially among the top money earners in this race so far. They're all highly qualified candidates. Any one of them would serve well. It's going to be interesting, to your point just a moment ago, to see how this shakes out in the primary, who the winner is actually going to be. Because, like I said, I think that any one of them could serve well. And I think the voters have a really good array of choices here this year.
Well, you're being very political and polite, not to mention anybody. I know in your position that's tough. Nancy, the Democratic primary race has become very heated between April McLean Delaney and Delegate Joe Vogel, but they're not the only candidates in this race. Tell us about it.
Well, I think they're the only candidates to watch. And, Vogel has been picking a fight with Ms. Delaney. Going negative rarely works well. It brings attention to the other party. It creates a sympathy vote. You got to think long and hard before you go negative in a campaign, because that can really come back to bite you. And I think that's just helping her as the campaign progresses. We'll see. But, in this case, money will make a difference, and she's got it.
Well, but what I find fascinating, and Stacey, I want to bring you in on this, is Vogel is attacking Delaney from the left, hard from the left. And this is a very interesting district where it's thought to be a toss-up district, even though it leans Democratic. If Vogel wins the nomination, his hard left stance, will that help the Republican candidate? Nancy's shaking her head.
Oh, so, absolutely. We would love that if that were the case. Yes, it would make it far easier for the Republican nominee in CD6 to run.
Well, Nancy, you're shaking your head no. I think you're shaking your head no. What do you think?
Oh, no, I actually agree. I think I wouldn't assume anything about Congressional District 6. It's right down the middle. It's gotten more moderate over the years, but it's always been heavily Republican, and it's a difficult race to win. It's a big district. There's a lot of traveling involved, and I wouldn't assume anything about I don't think that a far left candidate is going to do well there, period.